this would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. And the crowd is making this house absolutely electric. It's the Colonels ready to kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And out there ready to hunt is this terrific linebacking core.
And that matchup with this running back versus these linebackers is a lot of fun. David, one thing talking to the defense this week is that they take pride in stopping the run. And these linebackers told us in meetings, this guy has not seen a defense like us, and they definitely have not played a linebacking unit as athletic as we are. We are looking to make a statement in this one by shutting this guy down.
And I love the confidence of the young guys, and I love the confidence of this defense, and they got some swag. But make no mistake, this running back is good, and this might be the best guy that they've seen. So can he make plays? Can he make those guys miss and still be the engine of this offense? We've got a tremendous matchup today.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got a little grass. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. The give on the inside. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And the defense drags him down. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Working the middle, it's complete. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Hill. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
And it's the Colonels are moving quickly down the field. Toss sweep to the left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's complete. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And talking to the defensive coaches coming into this game, man, what do they talk about, guys? They talked about tackling. They've got to be good in space, not allow those little plays to turn into big ones. Early in this football game, they miss the mark. They don't tackle well. That's going to be a big thing to watch throughout this football game.
Motion from the wideout. The keeper on the option. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Colonel.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. on the ground with the counter. Maybe a crease. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. On target. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
To the air on 2nd down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And the punt hits ground in the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Complete to start this drive. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
They'll go back to work on offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the tight end. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying play action. Got it. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one is perfect. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a first down. Red pass, it's complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Unleashes one deep. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. So the Colonels' offense headed out to start this drive. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
And it's the Colonels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play-action fake. That's caught. It's Jefferson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And it's the Colonels who will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Throws to the wideout. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Creates a little room. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That false start really puts them in the hole. Here comes 2nd and 14. Makes the grab. It's Chase. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
He's got the tight end. Timeout taken by the offense as their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And it's the Colonels who will have it 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Firing to the right, complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Throws for the tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go right back downfield. Throwing right. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Really nice awareness that time, getting out of bounds and saving 6 seconds on the clock. You're in field goal range here, so you've got maybe time for one more quick completion, get out of bounds, or if you're not going to kick the field goal, you've got time for one more shot into the end zone.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. He got it. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
We're just about ready to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Colonels' offense headed out to start this drive. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Slings it downfield. Finds his man. It's Chase. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Chase. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Wants to keep it in the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And it's the Colonels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here comes the offense back onto the field. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
And there is little that will send a home crowd into a frenzy like back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long coming up. Here's the pressure. Chase to the right. Breaks into the open. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Now on first down from the 28. Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quick completion to the right. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking to the sidelines, there's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been able to get going and put drives together and score points. They've got to find something because this game's starting to creep along and they really need to make something happen.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. So the Colonels' offense headed out to start this drive. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Got his man. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Under fire. He's going to run it. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Got his man on the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And it's the Colonels. Can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end now in motion. Makes the grab. It's Chase. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And it's the Colonels have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down. Wide open downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonel.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Pulls it, fired complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. Back to pass. Complete. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Running inside, it's Romero. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Makes one man miss. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He's spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Makes the grab. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Back to pass on second down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On third down, he drops to throw. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Hallelujah. Thank goodness this offense finally gets something together, something positive. It's been a day full of a lot of negatives, no points in the ball game, but makes the big play, the big passing play. Maybe this gives him a spark. Maybe this gives him a reason now to get some momentum and maybe score some points.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. The hands. The feet. He steps his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Man, I tell you what, this part of the field, once you start getting in the red zone and the field shrinks, you got more big bodies on the field. The running threat is real. Tight ends come on the field, and what happens? Run a little play action off of it, get it to the big fella. Nice plucking it out of the sky, getting the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
Number 38 set to kick this one away.
Bringing it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the Cardinals offense headed out to start this drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hill. Jumped on top of the pile.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's caught. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. The give on the counter. Finding some room. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. They'll give it to him again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. And it's the Colonels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the counter. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Colonel. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. He's got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Snags it over the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Oh, they're after him. Finds his back in the middle. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on second and short. Got it in the middle. It's Romero. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rushes on him, and he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.